Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Hey, everybody. Blackberry Molasses, thank you for joining me there. Bird, thank you for joining me. T. Danielle, Kimberly Black, and Queen Diva, and for all the Sky Watchers or the Cloud Watchers or whatever, thank you so much for joining me. I won't be before you long. That's just a joke. But anyhow, I want to thank the person who gave me the Cash App the other day. Thank you so much. Thank you for the new members. Thank you for those who hit that like button, that likey like, and share me out. It's greatly appreciated over here with Mz.Teavalocity. Nothing is too small, too big that it can't be appreciated. Even your attendance on this live, I appreciate that. Listen, somebody super chatted me. Cash at me for cussing. I don't like to cuss, and I definitely don't like to call a B word. But every now and then I get a little loose, and then I have to come back and adjust my crown. And that person just make me get loose. And I want to say so much more sometime to that person or about that person. But Queen Diva keeps me in check. I want y'all to know Queen Diva keeps me in check. Now, everybody knows what's going on. And listen, I don't like the pile-ups, the pile-on. I've been a part of them. I've been a part of doing them as well. When something come down here, commentary, you come down here and you want to talk about it, and it's almost like a pile-up or a gang type thing, and I don't like to be a part of that. I didn't like when it was done to me, and I don't like doing it to other people. But you are commentary. We all are commentary. And I try to be unbiased as possible. It don't always work, right? Because what I'm going to talk about today, I may be a little biased to a certain extent because I really I like this person and I don't want to really do commentary on it. But I got to call a spade, and I have to be fair. Everybody knows what happened. But I want to start with Room Shake Reads Live. No, I'll start with YTC. YTC is good. Hey, Jill Beans. YTC is good with me. We had our little kerfuffle and it's over with. It's no big deal for people who I really like, and I really like her. And she's been getting flack for a while. But I think most of her flack comes from what happens on her platform, not from her so much, but sometimes the guest that's on your platform, you have to take responsibility. You are, to a certain extent, accountable for what happens on your platform. I always say that. No, I can't control a person's mouth and what may come out their mouth, and we never know. However, I can discard them. I can definitely drop them, and they won't be part of the show. So yesterday, a lot of feathers was ruffled. People was upset. I was seething. There was a lot of people upset about what was taking place on her platform and how, hey, Ray Black, I'm so glad to see you, sweetheart. I missed you the last 2 lives. And what took place, people was pissed. Kimberly Black is a supporter of damn near everybody over here. And in other areas, she very, very seldom hit the platform. Yesterday, when she got on the platform, I said, now I knew it was a problem that she had to speak up. And we do go to YTCs for a recap because a lot of time, oh, her Ma stick not here? Hold on. A lot of times I don't see, hold on, Ray Black. Sorry, sugar, of course. I didn't know that. Y'all give me a minute to get her Ma stick. What the hell happened to her mod stick? So anyhow, just give me a minute because I got to get Ray Black together now. I got to get Ray Black together. Okay, hold on, baby. That's a must. That's a queen mod and a good damn mod. And everybody who owns a channel don't have problems with their mods. That's a lie too. I just want to I don't have problems with my mods. We have a nice little family over here. Not to say they agree with everything I do, because they definitely don't. Okay, you should be good now. They definitely don't agree with everything I do or say over here. And I have had Kimberly Black, one of my queen mods, jump up here and tell me, or adjust your crown, Mz.Teavalocity. You ain't got to do that. And I know they don't be happy when I call a bunch of bees and address some things. But yesterday it was cringeworthy watching YTC and Jay Dunn's exchange. And I don't talk too much. I always call her Chaos Demon, but I'm gonna call her Jay Dunn. It was cringeworthy. It was I can't imagine how a person like YTC, hey, the Butchers, who I think's really cool. And I think when she likes you, she likes you. And she shouldn't dislike Jay Dunn if Jay Dunn hasn't done anything. But let's stick with that. If she hasn't done anything to her, she shouldn't dislike Jay Dunn. If Jay Dunn hasn't done, but Jay Dunn has done so much to her. She have disrespected that girl to a level that I would never allow. I and a lot of people wouldn't allow that. And I know people like her, and I'm gonna get to that. Why I think people tolerate her. I tolerated her for a long time. And when I got sick of her, because I saw she was trying to get ready to take over and disrespect me, I X'd her out, and she's never could return here. And it is what it is. We don't have no type of ship, no relationship, no YouTube ship, no nothing. She stay in her corner and I stay in my corner. And I really don't talk much. But the level of disrespect that girl did to her yesterday, and to call her a hoe, and she allowed her back on her platform, I could never, for no amount of money, allow somebody to do that to me. But that's their relationship. And it may be strange and odd to us, and it may irritate the shit out, and we just can't understand it, but they must have a relationship. But I'm trying to see what could the relationship consist of that you would allow her to keep coming up on her platform, disrespecting her like that. I can't imagine her. And I'm not going to sit here and call that girl a coward or weak or she this, she that. I'm not going to do that because I don't have that type of YouTube shit with her to disrespect her like that. But it's something that's holding her over. It's something, and we all really don't know. But if it's something that Jay Dunn has on her, she might as well do what she really want to do. And we know YouTube camera could cuss you the F out. It's something that is going on that we don't know about. And what really piqued my interest when she said, we talked behind the scene. We had an understanding. This is how I could mod over here. And she could mod in my place. I think is a little more to that, because when you did listen good, the money play came into it. Hey, Ronnie Q. And the reason why it's hard for me really to get mad, because it's not being done to me, but it's being done to somebody who I think we really respect, is because, for one, catch this, she allows it. She allowed that. She allowed it. So why would you get so upset? And why would we be so mad? Because you don't want to see somebody just disrespect somebody. But at this point, it's almost as if you just can't give a damn, because the person is being done to don't care, because they have their own type of YouTube shit. And so when I went over the Room Shaker, one thing I have to agree with Jay Dunn about is she have said it several times from long time ago. Hey, bandwagon baby and Duchess. She said it plenty of times. These people are not my friends. I don't call them friends. I don't call them. They don't visit me. They can't reach me. They're not my friends. And that's the truth. These people aren't your friends. They are just YouTube ships, individual. We all on the social media app and we all gather together. But you can't label somebody your friend because of that. Now, I've met some good people off of here who I would say are my good Judys. But there's a good Judy, there's a good Judy, and there's a good Judy. And Diva is my good Judy. DC Kool-Aid is my good Judy. Jamila is my good Judy. Tita Talks is my good Judy. So, and it's some people, like I said, I've met, anybody else that I met and had interaction with, and we kicking it and we vibe, those are my good Judys or my good Judys. So I have a level of respect for them. I have a level of respect for people on here too. You know, not just because I don't know them and I don't talk to them behind the scene and we don't drink coffee together. We don't sit down and have drinks together. I still have a level of respect for those people and hoping in return they have a level of respect for me. Hey, Tracy, long time no see, baby. Glad you're doing well. RNY TV. So we was real upset because it keeps happening day after day after day. And Reed said something today. I wonder now at this point if people are just returning to see how far they could go. We love her recap. We love her recap because a lot of that shit, I don't know. I don't stay up. I don't see how she do it. But she have a note, she recap, and for the most part, she peaceful. But ain't no amount of money in the world, I don't care how much somebody pay, that you have to tolerate that disrespect for me unless someone is holding something over your head. And when it comes to that particular person, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, next month, whatever she got on you or is holding over your head. If anything, or you may just genuinely like her. And because a lot of people don't like her, and when they in your chat, they antagonize her, she goes back and forth. You know, she's relentless when it's her time to get at you. She's going to make sure she prove a point. So maybe that's why she likes her. But then I start thinking, I still don't give a damn about you liking me when it comes to disrespecting me. And it's hundreds of people that witness it. The chat was full telling her, drop her. Don't let her talk to you. Y'all can't make her dislike J Dunn. Y'all can't make her in no YouTube shit. And it wasn't nothing new when I heard J Dunn say to her, say to everybody in Room Shaker, she ain't her friend. People were shocked. Shocked for what? She's one, if anybody I ever heard to tell you who's not her friend and why they're not her friend. And she don't call them friend. She don't call them friend because they're not her friends. It probably would be difficult to be a friend of hers because soon as things don't go her way, she's going to spill whatever tea. See, that's what this is about. I believe, and this just me, and you could cuss me out, sis. I know we good, but you have a right to do commentary about my commentary. I believe she's holding something over your head, and you don't want her to do what she does to everybody. Expose it. See, but it doesn't matter whether she do it today, tomorrow. She's going to do it as soon as things don't go her way. And I believe that's why you try to simmer her down and allow her to run what you call amok, is because it's more to this than we can see. See, when she said she talks to you behind the scene, y'all made an agreement behind the scene that she could block people if they saying things to her. You have made it very, very, very clear that your mods, any of your mods, could block people if they're talking bad about them, which I think is kind of crazy because people sit in my chat sometime and talk about me, and yeah, we block them out, but everybody we just can't block because they don't like me. And I tell Diva and I tell my mods, let them live, as long as they not really cussing me or doing real disservice to me or being real interruptive, let them live, because that's what the chat is for. That's what the chat is for. Give them liberty, let them go. So if she knows anything about you, hey, Roseby, she's going to spill it, because she was about to spill, or she did spill, what this is really about. And that's what I'm going to break down today. What this is really about is about a bag. It is about a bag. See, she let it be known that you financially supports her and she financially supports you. And that's what she does. She financially support people to gain control. And as soon as she lose control or they lose their YouTube ships, she's going to tell everybody how much she's going to give you. She's going to drop the receipts. So are you being bought by her, or you just really like her? See, I think it's a money thing. And the reason why I say it's a money thing, because let's really break this down. Let's go here for a minute, because I ain't going to be here long. One, YouTube Cameras is the only morning show. She's kicking ass. We all go, a lot of people go over there and support her from all sectors. She's from every sector. She does report on, but mainly on the beef sector, because this is where I think she stayed. But then we hear about some other sectors. So she does her recap, and it helps us to understand what's going on sometimes, because we don't always see. I know it helps me. Let me speak for myself. It helps me. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. So that's probably why. But another thing, she makes money. Anybody platform, think about it, y'all. Let's be real here. Anybody's platform that Jay Dunn gets on, they make money. Either if it's to drop her down, or to let her spill tea, or to keep her being disruptive, or whatever. She's part of the show, and people want to see it. And people want to see it. So YouTube Camera is not losing anything. So no need for anybody to really feel sorry. I had to put myself in check. Miss T, you don't have to feel sorry for her. She's getting to the bag. Now, I remember Pizarro saying, Miss T, you don't play the money game, or is a money game. No, I don't play the money game, because when you play the money game, there's some attachments to it. And I don't want no attachment. I don't want no attachment. Anybody who super chat, cash app me, help me meet my goal, they doing it because they like the commentary. They can't control nothing over here. See, when they start giving you money behind the scenes and y'all start splitting the pot, you know, there's a lot of shit that be exposed. You know how the pots are being split when they get dropped and different things. I don't want to be a part of that game. So I just stopped feeling sorry for what's going on at YouTube Cameras. I'm not going to start supporting her. Now, she may be a little upset, but I do believe that her money and whatever financial support she's given or JD is giving to her, I believe that's a hold that she has on her, or she has some tea. See, we never know what tea or what someone have shared with each other until Mag Day come, right? And you kind of walk on eggshells, because if you done told anybody anything behind the scene, or you done anything with anybody behind the scenes, you ran plays, you scammed, you didn't, you don't want it to get out to the public. See, because it's going to be content and everybody's going to talk about, then everybody's going to look at you like you scammers if y'all scamming. Okay. So yeah, she's making her bag over there. So if that's what she wants to tolerate, that's her platform. But you can't get mad at people YouTube Camera for talking about it, because it's out here on YouTube. And anything that's down here on YouTube, people talk about. You can't really be thin-skinned, sis. You know, when people talk about it. Yes, I noticed that you come out and you do misguided anger rants at people who really hasn't done to you the things to you that other people have done. And there's a reason for that. And I think a lot of people do that. They will cuss Duchess out. Even though Makai did something to me, I start cussing Duchess out because I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke with Duchess because I know what she gives. And I think YouTube camera knows what Jay Dunn gives. And that's why she stepped on eggshells with her and allow her to continuously disrespect her. That's one. And two, she said she supports her financially. She made that very, very, very clear that she supports her financially. But before I would ever take the level of disrespect that you take from her, I'd rather not have her money, because you have money coming into you in other areas, and people really do like you and support you. And whatever tea she has, soon you cut her loose, she's going to spill it. So it's not going to matter whether it's today, tomorrow, or next month. Anything you have said or done or given her behind the scenes, any interaction, any engagement you have had with her behind the scenes, if any, I'm not saying you have, sis, but if any, she's going to spill it. She's going to spill it because that's who she is. She takes in all this information. She played nice with you. She's good with her receipts, and she good for exposing people. And the only thing I could really think of is because she brings the money like everybody else who have on their platform. She would help you bring the numbers, and she'll help you bring the money. Because if they don't like her over on Pizarro's and Breeze and ODS's and other places, they go buy her ass down. And she's very limited on where she can go. And the reason why people still tolerate her, I don't think it's because that OG bullshit or she's so good. I think it's a money thing. It's a money thing. They know what she'll do, just like YouTube cameras. Y'all can't be mad at her. That sister's over there getting to the bag. She meets every goal plus up. She gets Cash App and she makes her videos. So she's meeting her goal. So whatever JD do to her, it ain't gonna matter right now until she gets tired of it. And that's a fact. So ain't no need of us feeling sorry for the way JD disrespects her. It is what it is. She's making her money. She's giving her money. They exchanging pleasantries with each other for whatever reason. Either she genuinely like her, and a lot of times, you know what drives people to genuinely like other people is when, like she said, they antagonize her. Everywhere she go, they antagonize her. They want her down. They want her down, so they'll pay her down. They pay money, big money, to ban her off channels, her and other people off their channels. So that's what it is. It's a money thing. I will take your abuse as long as I'm making my bag. That's the truth. But you right, Diva. All money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. I'm not going to sacrifice my soul, my integrity, my morals, my values for money. And this down here, some people do that. They sell out for money. And that I believe that Jay Dunn and her exchange finances, and they good with it. They good with it. So ain't no sense of y'all getting mad at her, calling her whores and bitches and stuff like. Don't get mad at her, because if YouTube cameras all right with it, we should be all right with it. And I don't believe that, hey, Liz, sellouts. Yeah, people will sell their souls. Think about it. People will sell their souls for money. And like I said, I believe that when Jay Dunn dropped that she financially supports her for her birthdays and all of, then she threw the $50 up to outdo Shakim Ra, and then that caused the problem. See, watch this shit when I say money is the motivator and the controlling factor of it. She threw $5. Shakim put down $5, right? He, because he liked her, and she redirects everything to him, and they redirect each other, and the crowd goes along. You automatically go over there if you don't X out the video, right? So they do the redirects. He put $5 out for whatever reason. She came back and put $50 down. See, it's money. So when she gave that $50, she said, "Here, ho, basically, I'm about to control you." And then she jumps on the platform and she commits to telling about why Shakim was mad and why he wanted to be unwrenched. But several people had asked her to unwrench them because they couldn't tolerate what was being done to you. But if you think it's worth keeping her and getting rid of a lot of other people, then it is what it is. She is benefiting. Let me tell you, she's benefiting from it. Now, listen, she ain't no dummy by a long term. She's not no dummy by a long term. That lady sits over there, and I don't know if she working. It ain't my business because I ain't paying her bill. But I can't say that. But I would be inclined to believe that maybe this is her job. This is her job. And she gets up faithfully, sick and all, and come and do her job and entertain you all. That's what she does. She does that regularly, every day, faithfully, unless she too sick or over. She still will come on and do her show. So she's going to make her coins. And like I said, JD is part of the circus that goes on over there, or the entertainment. But ain't no way in the world you can ever fucking mistreat me the way that girl mistreats YouTube camera and nothing is said about it. That's some sick. That shit was sick to watch yesterday. And then the last thing, you call me a hoe and say, yeah, I'm calling you a hoe. And then you back on my platform today. That's some crazy shit. Now, I knew I took a lot of stuff from her, but never that. She take a lot of shit from that girl, and that girl disrupts her show. Every show she go on. So let's move on. So now we go to Room Shakers. I shared Room Shaker out, and I was like, oh, it's nice up here because I'm going to get to Sassy too. But anyway, I said, oh, it's nice over here. I just happened to go over there. Room Shaker, Sassy, and Miss O was over there having a nice conversation. People are trying to figure out, where's the old beef sector? What is coming of the beef sector? How can we fix the beef sector? There's no fixing to the beef sector. Evolution has taken place. Move on with it. No town halls, no just smooth conversations, no trying to figure out. There is no fix for what's happening right now with the beef sector. They just evolved. They moving on. That's all. They're just moving on. And it is what it is. I don't have to sit around a round table and figure out what the fuck is going on over here. Sold out long time ago. But now the beef sector is up and popping, right? They up and popping because we got some beef going on here, you know? But there's no need for no town halls or anything else. If you want to just sit and talk, just talk about it. It was a nice little conversation going on. And I know Room Shaker like JD. But I was looking because I knew when Room Shaker, because when JD hopped up there, Sassy left. And everybody's wondering why Sassy don't go over the YouTube cameras. Now, you know, Sassy told us to kiss her ass. She was through with everybody. And I'm going to be honest with you. I reached out to Sassy because I thought the little crunchy panty shit, it was just, you know, it was just fodder. It was nothing big. Reached out, she never returned. So I'm done. Me and YouTube camera, we were good after our little spat. Me, her, and Sassy. I'm good. But if she want to hold that against me, I don't give a fuck. Because again, this is YouTube. They're not my real friends. They're not family. It's just a social media application. And I treat it as such, right? So she never answered. And I kept it moving. But so now she's over there on Room Shakers, and her, Miss Olivia, you know, I don't really kick it with you. You already know that. We already had our, you know, kerfuffle, and I let it, you stay over there and I stay over here, right? And that's cool because we mature women, we could do that. I don't make you my topic, and you don't really make me your topic. But Miss Olivia was on there, and Sassy jumped down. So that right there let me know before I went anywhere else that that's the reason why Sassy is not with YouTube cameras. Because it brought to remembrance that when she was over there and her and JD had got into it on YouTube cameras, Sassy left. I ain't never seen her since go back on YouTube cameras. And I'm if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's why she don't fuck with YouTube camera and be her co-host and go up there, because she knows that Jay Dunn is going to come up there. And so to prevent that headache, what would you do? You just wouldn't even go over there and get on the platform anymore, right? So that's probably really what happened with them. And I could be wrong. But I think I'm right. It's because a couple of things let me know. As soon as JD hit that goddamn platform over at Room Shaker, Sassy said, okay, hon, thanks for having me over here. Okay, I'm leaving. Thanks for having me. And yeah, because she's trying to host the show. Thanks for having. She left. Because see, she didn't want to use that energy going back and forth with Jay Dunn and get Jay Dunn dragging her. Hey, ODS, and Jay Dunn dragging her. So what the hell she do? She just gave up her little spot and said YouTube camera can have it. She can have it. She can have Jay Dunn. She could do this. But I can't say that that's the end, because we know, hey, ODS baby, there's frenemies down here and they could be cool again today or tomorrow. But from that, I noticed, and she was in Bertha Mae Jackson's, and I do believe from observation that this is just my perspective. The only reason why, now I don't know if her YouTube camera has some behind the scenes stuff, or I didn't never see them really have nothing big over here, no fallout. I can't remember, because I can't remember everything that happens down here. But I do believe that JD is the part of her not being over in YouTube cameras. And she may have felt as though when JD got up there and started dragging Sassy, that YouTube camera allowed it, and that ended their hosting ship, their little morning hosting ship. That's what I believe. Now, I could be wrong. I don't know what y'all observation of it was. So she don't fool with her. She don't fool with her at all. So when Room Shaker was having a good live over there, and I was up in the bushes, I dropped down and I went back up in the bushes or in the clouds. Soon as Jay Dunn came over there, what the fuck did she do? See, because I knew that she was going to try to come over there and hit Room Shaker platform to explain. See, she's relentless. She don't let go. She's narcissistic. She just can't let shit go. I've always said JD is like a pit bull. She lock into you and she won't let go until she see your meat. Until she see your meat, till she see blood splattered everywhere. That's the type of person she is. And you really can't fool with her. You can't fool with her behind the scenes. You got to keep it in front of the scenes. Because if you fool with her behind the scenes, she's going to let everybody know. And so when she did that to Room Shakers, and I thought Room Shaker thought that she was going to have a nice little conversation with her. Or again, a lot of this stuff, you guys, is for entertainment purposes. So people already know. My observation of content creator subbies and everything lets me know what I'm going to deal with, what type of energy I'm going to incur when I have some type of exchange with somebody. Let me put it like that. So she knew when she started asking them questions that girl was going to sit there and make it all about her. She took the whole show over until Miss Olivia kicked in and tore that ass up. And Miss Olivia locked in on JD's ass like a pit bull. She got speechless at one point because Miss Olivia was cussing her so bad. And Room Shaker was just sitting there listening. She was just listening. And now I go over to Room Shakers, but I don't never see Room Shaker have panels like that where it gets so, heated. But Miss Olivia would not let go. She would not let go of JD's ass. And I, for one, thoroughly enjoyed it because the shit she had done to YouTube cameras. But again, don't feel sorry for YouTube cameras because YouTube camera is over there doing her show, making her bag. And if it's out here on YouTube, we're going to talk about it. You might not like the commentary, but I'm not going to bite my tongue for nobody. I think that shit is terrible to allow somebody to disrespect you on your own shit and tell you when to talk. She gets so damn bold. She said, "Can I talk now? Now, wait a minute. No, you be quiet. I've been waiting back here for 20 minutes and I've been holding my peace and I want to talk." Okay, go ahead, Jake Don. Go ahead, Jake. And then everybody, go ahead, Jake Don. Because I used to do it. Okay, wait, hold on. Go ahead, Jake Don. Because you don't want to hear that fucking shit over and over and over. And you're trying to run a show. You're trying to run a show, and this disruptive person constantly come up on your panel and make it about her. So it's kind of hard to get around. It's hard to maneuver unless you just get rid of her, like Mz.Teavalocity did. I don't listen. Will never be on my panel ever again. Her and some people. Hey, Tiffany G, thanks for, and Lee Pepper, thanks for joining. So Miss O lit that ass up. No, I'm not gonna let her up. She could never ever come over here. I don't, like I said, I don't know. She was saying, yeah, I just went live, and if you watch my live, or I went live and I want to talk about it, and YouTube cameras was there. Hey, that's their relationship. So y'all don't get so bent out of shape. They both benefit from it. She's benefiting from calling her and controlling her when she wants to. YouTube camera's benefiting from her. She's benefiting from it as well. Maybe y'all don't see it like that. That's what I see it as. She's up there, you know. Now, does she do a lot of coddling? Yes, I believe so. Again, I don't know what's really in her head or in her heart. She may genuinely like her, but she definitely tolerates a lot of bullshit from that girl. She definitely tolerates a lot and is insufferable sometimes. Yesterday, it was insufferable, you know? But hey, it is what it is. That's their relationship. That's their YouTube shit. Hi, Miss T. It's good to see you back doing commentary. Thank you, Tiffany G. Thanks for joining me, baby. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like. So that's what's up. I give you money. See, and that's the problem with this one. This one sling around money, thinking that she could control people. But again, you guys, most of the time, it is a form of paying your way to control what goes on in your platform. It, to a certain extent, it is like that. Like I gave you $50, you know, and now I can't say nothing. And then you thinking, oh yeah, she did donate to my show. Go ahead, Jake. Say what you want. And then she goes on and on. But anytime somebody is so bold, and I have to say this, so bold to tell you when to shut the fuck up, and I'm talking, and you do that, there's a serious problem with that YouTube shit. It don't even have to be a friendship. It's a level of respect when you have a YouTube shit. I respect people because I'm looking for respect in return. You know? Thank you. If you need a backup, that's what you can name. You know, I'm looking for respect. And thank you, Lee Pepper. Hit the like, please. So that's with that. So I went over to Reed's this morning. Now, Reed is stomping on YouTube camera, said they just got their own thing going on. You know, and Reed had a couple of good points. That's the way she observed it. I didn't know she had been in YouTube cameras live that day. And according to Reed, YouTube cameras start blacking on her ass. That's why I said I think she'd be mad at one person, but takes it out on another. And I know she don't like Reed because Reed has been dragging her, and Reed said they had beef. But I went over to Reed. Now everybody know me and Reed had our little thing, you know. But I've always said that I like Reed commentary, you know. But that was a good show too. Y'all go check that out. Cause ODS, and of course, Sassy hits the platform again because now she's going around making her rounds, as I guess the commentator or the one who breaks things down or speak for the people. I don't know, but she's back, right? She's back. And so they were over there, and Reed and ODS was having an exchange. Now, ODS, let me tell you about ODS. ODS is a shady something, baby. And ODS says it in a nice, nasty way. A nice, nasty way. But they were having a good exchange. Him, Sassy, and Reed has something that's coming out. So y'all look out for where I think she's going to have some type of panel that you could come up there, subbies and content creators, and discuss what's going on, like a discussion of what live you see. And she says she wants you to be honest and unbiased, and she picking certain people. I think she picking certain people, or either that's what Sassy doing on her round table. I don't know. But anywho, don't forget JB's game night. Thank you, which is 7/20/25 at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. I will be there. We're still looking for teams for Jill game show as well. That's in August. But anywho, let me get back to this. So Reed was breaking down a commentary, and she said something to ODS. And I've heard people say this, that ODS didn't fight for his squad. People he hang out with. Y'all remember the triangulation. But I got to say this. I know where ODS is coming from. I know where YouTube Camera is coming from. I know where a lot of people is coming from, or content creators, when they say they pick their beef, or they pick their battles. You always have to pick your battle. Some people are not worth responding to. And he was just saying, we have all our teams. Sorry, thank you, Jilly Jill. We have all our teams. Sorry. All right, baby. So some beefs aren't worth getting into. Some of this shit is just people looking for beef. So you do pick and choose your battles. You should always pick and choose your battles. Even in real life, you pick and choose to who you're going to respond to. Even on my job, sometimes if something go wrong, I said, pick your battles. Because I got a mouth, baby. I'm very professional. Been this way for you, but I have a mouth, especially if I don't agree with something, But again, because of my professionalism and because I use my common sense, I don't fight every battle. I don't come down here and fight every battle. I'm sure, So yeah, you do pick your battles, and not because you're afraid, because can't nobody do a goddamn thing to you, really, y'all. This is YouTube. Now we do some pull-ups, and I'm saying people do pull-ups and they do all that crap, but that's not what everybody's down here about. Some people are just down here to have fun, make money, and go on about their way. They not here for all that. He probably didn't feel like it. And Reed was like, well, that's a beef. Why you ain't answering? Now, ODS had his own thing. He said he's above her. Anytime he hit his live, and this is way some of the bigger content creators think, y'all. So just make sure you know this. Anytime he hit his live, he's going to meet his quota. As far as if he has a goal or with his views, and he said how much he made a month. So he's good. He don't really have to argue with Krista. He don't see the need to argue with Krista. But she was saying, like old time beef sector, you go back and forth. You go back and forth. You do a video, I do a video. You do a video, I do a video. I think Reed was looking at it in that aspect, and I could be wrong, Reed, but I believe that's how she was looking at it. That, hey, it's beef out there, but you ain't ODS, you ain't beefing. You don't beef when your friends beef. And like he said, in spite of what people believe, he's not part of a clique. No, he ain't gonna jump down there. He ain't gonna jump out here and do no video because somebody is coming after Pizarro, Bree, or Nico or something like that, because it's not his beef. It's not his beef. And that is the truth. Because one thing you'll learn down here by being a content creator, even a subby, we all see the same thing if we watch the same people. Basically, we all have the same subscribe. Is that somebody will flip on your ass in a minute. You'll be down here defending them, fighting, putting on your S on your chest and ripping it open, and they'll turn against you. They will turn against you. So it's best sometimes to just do what you do and let other people fight it out. See, if it was the old beef sector, let's go there, because everybody like to talk about the old beef sector, the OGs versus the new 2.0s and stuff. If it was the old beef sector, they used to do that though. They used to fight. You mess with Bree, you mess with Pazar, Nika, and whoever else was over here. You mess with Pazar, you mess with Nika. They just don't do that anymore. Everyone has stood on their own, basically. There's no real unity like before. Okay? So I don't know what y'all want to look for, what y'all want to happen with the beef sector. QI, you caught up. You caught up on it, QI, but you gotta let it go. There's no beef sector unity like that anymore. There's no old beef sector. Let that die. You respect the people who paved the way, if that's what y'all want to say, and you keep it moving. And you keep it moving. That it is what it is. But no, he got up there and he was answering Reed, and Reed was answering him. And I agree. You need to know when to pull back. Reed, I agree with you. You was going through some family matters and shit was happening to you, and people was reaching out to, facilities. You should have gotten off of here. You should have gotten over here, and you should. Hey, Mike Lewis, what's going on, baby? And you should have taken care of your family like the choice that you made. No one's mad at you. And when you did come back, you did go after the person you was beefing with. But that dies down too. That dies down too. And it gets old, to be honest with you. And that's why I think it's good that you do have new people over here, because it gets old beefing with the same people over and over and over and over and over. How much beef can you have with them? The difference between the old beef sector, from my recollection, to the new beef sector, that shit was up and stuff. See, I would have been good in the old beef sector because my stuff up and stuff. But now, I've seen where Five Babe have been on Pizarro's live. I've seen where Pizarro have been in Five Babes. Now, I haven't seen James over in Five Babes, and they were some serious beefers. And I haven't seen James and Sean Bradley's or nothing like that. I haven't seen it to that extent. But I could say that I have seen some of them cross over with the very people that they used to fight with all the time. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I heard, now I could be wrong, that everyone doesn't play fair in the beef sector. You're right. I heard that Five Babe was in Reed's chat. Now I could be wrong, but I thought I heard that last week or something she was in Reed, and they used to go at it back and forth. Oh man, that was a bad one too. So I think people get tired. There's a new generation of people down here. These youngins, these young ones, these upcoming, whatever number you want to put on, 2.0, 4.0, 5.0, it may be 6.0. I believe that they just don't give a shit. They don't give a shit how old you are, what status you call yourself. They out here to do their own thing. And it is what it is. And you just have to get used to it. Ain't no town halls, ain't nothing else. Because this is a younger generation, is a new generation, and this is how they move. So either you join them, if you can't beat them, you join them, or you just let them go. You just let them go. And that's what I do. I just let them go. We all people have a right to. Glad to see you, Miss T. Thank you, Mike Lewis. Glad to see you. Yeah, James don't play. Now, he hasn't let some new people in, on his platform, but then he has, and he said out his own mouth, he likes some people, like Shakim. Some people truly like Shakim now. He had a hard way coming over here. He had a hard time getting over here, but he's here. And you have those who support him and like him, and they accept him. Thank you for the Cash App. Thank you so much, baby. So it is what it is. But I don't want no one to be mad. I'm not going to be here very long. There's no need to get mad. Leave the OGs where they at. You know, you got this one around talking about she's an OG. She's an OG. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Nobody cares whether you're an OG or a new G. To me, you're a content creator. I respect you as being a content creator as long as you respect me as being one. You may not like my content. It may be biased as hell to you because at times it do seem like you get a little biased because you just don't want beef with certain people. But people get so fragile and so upset that they don't want you to say nothing about them, and then it starts a beef. I'm just going to come down here and do my commentary, and I'm going to get off here and go love on my family and go on about my business. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. But and like Reed said, why ain't no content creator said nothing about Reed? Everybody don't. You have the luxury of running their business from home. Some people work. Some content creators work. Some content creators just don't want to mention it for whatever reason. But it doesn't matter whether you, hey, Room Shaker, baby, I spoke about you earlier. It doesn't matter whether you like a person or not. You have to call a spade a spade. Sometimes you have to call a spade a spade. Hold on, Diva. Can you hop up here right quick? It ain't shit. It ain't no police department. Hold on, y'all. I gotta run. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. But anywho, so that's where I stand with all that. You know, like I said, I don't have a problem with YouTube camera. I'm not trying to tell her how to run her platform. I'm just saying, man, ain't no way in the world. I don't give a shit how much you like somebody that you have to suffer that amount of disrespect. Oh, no. No, I knew it was no police department. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be nice for people to sit down and converse about the old beef sector. Like I said, Room Shaker and Sassy and Miss O was having a good old time. And you know, Room Shaker been around, but maybe she just wanted to know, you know, how they felt about something. That's okay for people to share their view, but it'll never be the same. And like I said, you have people now that is not beef sector that's out doing beef sector. Who I know they gonna get back. Beef sector ain't dead, ain't nobody. Yeah, you got some content creators, baby, that's came over here. They good with us, and they in their own lane doing their own thing, and they are doing better than some of the people over here in the beef sector. Now I don't understand it, but I guess the beef sector just don't get the support like they used to. I've watched some big content creators even over here, and they still don't get the numbers they used to because everybody goes on top of each other. It don't matter. You go when you want to. There's no set time, only for certain people. Like I said, consistency is what gets you where you need to be when you become a content creator. But if you really want to grow, you got to get out of the beef sector. I mean, you got to visit other places. You got to do content on other things other than the beef sector, you know? And that's what those people did. Here's here's the truth. They came over here and went over in their area. They gained the supporters that they need from over here and whatever else. And they went and they did their own thing. And now they get the support that some people over here don't get. You know, it's okay for us to do all that shouting out and all that. But if people don't want to support you, they don't want to support you. Beef sector get attacked. How beef sector been asleep since the pandemic? No, the pandemic is when it was hopping too, around here. So I don't know. But I'm not gonna stay too long. I do an hour and that's it. I really don't want to do too much. I still, on here, I don't want to spend hours and hours. And some people spend hours and hours and hours on here to get their views. When some people got it so good that they could just spend a couple of hours on here and they could get their views, they could meet their goals, they could do everything. But a lot of times you spend a lot of time on social media, and people have made it where social media, some of the content creators, fits into their lives that they could come on here. Like I didn't jump down and read and tell, but ho Reed, you saying ain't nobody making commentary on it. Everybody can't, everybody don't have the luxury, baby, of staying home and running the business. So everybody can't jump out the window when something happened and be right on it like you. Soon something happened, you right on it. You was right on it. Everybody can't do that. So it's not fair for you to say nobody wanted to speak on it. And nobody has to come out here and speak on it if they don't want to. But I definitely was going to speak on it because I, for one, was super duper irritated, with what happened yesterday on her panel. I was just, that shit just blew me. It blew me that she sat there and allowed that, and then she's okay with it. If she's okay with it, we don't have a choice but to be okay with it. Everybody can't be mad at Jay Dunn. Jay Dunn is only doing what she allowed to do. Oh, yeah. He did try to sabotage Tisa, but Tisa do her thing. Tisa do her thing. That, again, people only do what you allow them to do to you. We can't control where people go, what people say, and how they treat other people. Just make sure that a mofo don't try you. And if they do, you need to nip that shit in the bud. Some stuff I don't even play about. I ain't about it. I don't give a damn how much money you put on the floor. I ain't selling my morals, my values, my soul, or not my integrity for nobody. For nobody. Hey, Butter Pecan. Oh, thank you, Queen Diva. Thank you, Queen Diva, for gifting 5 memberships. So that's all I have to say. YouTube cameras. Again, you're welcome to do commentary on my commentary. Hey, listen, I'm still good with you. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, I just gotta call a spade a spade. That's all it is. You just gotta call a spade a spade. Was I gonna come out here and drag her? Absolutely not. Was I gonna call her all these names, weak bees and hold it? Absolutely not. She's doing what she have to do to make her bag. Y'all understand that. She's doing what she have to do to make her bag. Plain and simple. And if that means allowing that shit to go on her platform, and it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm going to drop this link and then I'm going to get ready to go. Now, listen. Hold on. Wait a minute. And then I'm going to get ready to get out here. I don't stay. Thank you, Queen Diva, for the gifted membership. If you received the gifted membership, please say thank you to Queen Diva. That's my good Judy, my ride or die. Tay Bay, where you at? I don't see Tay Bay. Hey, why not? I don't see all those people. But then I'm behind too. I had to go answer the door. I'm behind. So, yeah, I remember Ratchet did that. So, E-Money, thank you for stopping by. I don't like I said, go over and check Room Shakers out. Room Shaker had a good one. Today, I think when I was coming home, Room Shaker was on again. People who are banned from other places and can't jump on other people's platform, they gonna make your home. They gonna make your spot. If they could come up there, your hole. So now she's over on Room Shakers. She's over on Room Shakers saying her piece again. And if you don't like somebody, okay, baby, if you don't like somebody, see, I've gotten to the point, and this is some real shit. I've gotten to the point that when I see certain people on platform, I just click off and go somewhere else. I was at both places today. I was at YTC and Reed's. I was at both. When I don't like somebody and I don't want to see them, I get sick. I just click off. It is simple. It's just that simple. It's no big deal, y'all. I guess we shouldn't get so caught up into who lets who in on their platform and where somebody else go. I'm not looking over. Oh, she was over at Mz.Teavalocity, and oh, I see her over there. Why they dragging me? Why they dragging me? I saw her over there. Don't get mad because we all here for entertainment. And like I said, I could go wherever I want to go, whenever I want to, and however I want to go. Nobody controls no one here. Now, if you're a follower, that's a different thing. If you're an independent thinker and an independent person, you support who you support because you thoroughly enjoy this entertainment, go where you want. These people try to scare you into dropping down and supporting somebody. No, it ain't that type of party. I go wherever I want to go. I go outside of the beef sector. I do. Maybe just maybe they call you weird because you are. Oh my gosh. Yet Sassy and Room Shaker call me weird because of my sexual orientation, but they hang with folks. Oh, I don't know about that. I've never heard you interact with Room Shaker or Sassy. I think with you, I think you're so caught up on the old beef sector, you can't let go. And I don't know if you're afraid that the new people are going to come in here and do something to you or take something away that you left here. You left here and you went over in another sector. I remember that because you used to hang with Lemon a lot. And something must have happened that you went over in other sectors. But you constantly harp on the fact that the beef sector are letting people, homophobes over here. That's what you said. People who are coming to destroy the LGBTQIA. That's not true. And no, it'll never be beef sector, old beef sector. You just move with the times, baby. It's just like if you had a job and they switch companies, they switch owners. You don't just up and run. You kind of stay there and see what it's about. And then you make a decision to up and run. And I think because you don't like the newness that's coming over here, you decide that you'll just leave. It's not about gay or straight. Okay. I think it's just about you being entertained. That it doesn't matter where you go. Oh, hold on. That's you
in the building.
What's happening, Q? A long time no see. I thought you deserted the beef sector.
No, I've always been in multiple places. I've been on, like, here's the thing. My reputation is known in other sectors before preceding the B sector. I never had so much negative things stated about me until I came to the B sector. And here's the thing. These people don't even know me. And the great part of the B sector that they like, I was a part of it. I didn't come over here to be
Yeah.
a part of, so on, quote unquote, the B sector. I just ended up, just supporting and being a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I want to say. my problem is for a long time, let's just say DC Gate. I'm gonna just call it.
Oh
I
God.
I had, but look, I had family things going on. So like,
Uh-huh.
whereas there were people who made money off of lying, defaming my character, trying to make me look bad for years. And I didn't find out a lot of this until I came back, until I came back
Uh-huh.
online or started hanging back into the B sector.
Uh-huh.
And it was told to me. So people made money off of like my name and defame my character, and I think that's what they're used to, or people think I'm weak. And a lot of
Uh-huh.
times, what people like, I've never done B sector content primarily.
Mhm.
Even when I first started my channel, I spoke on
Mhm.
Nature Boy and different things of that nature. But for a long time, people ran the narrative like I'm weak or whatever.
Mhm.
No, it's like that's not the type of content that I want to do. And then I'm not out here, people around here just like the sassy. With the sassy, what made me mad was like I supported Mahaya way before the B sector even went over there.
Yeah, you've been over there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I caught a replay of Mahia's,
Mm-hmm.
and Sassy was up there, and Mahia was like, Sassy said, well, I used to watch you back during the Nature Boy time or whatever, and then Mahia was like, yeah, yeah, that's how I met QI, because I used to be an interactive part of
Mm-hmm.
his chat back then,
Mm-hmm.
and and then she was like, "Oh, that weirdo, that weirdo." Well, let me tell you something, sassy. I'm not out here playing elitist I'm not out here doing what you're doing. First of all, you trying to step into a place that you don't belong. How are you gonna have a town hall on something that you didn't have any parts of? And that's what messes up the authenticity of the B sector. The B sector was authentic. And then y'all out here hating on the people that had to go through all the pain, pain through the B sector, defaming people's characters, slandering them. Because most of the people out here right now that were a part of the B sector, they didn't go on no trips. They didn't have to face that pain. But now they're benefiting off of the pain that others had to go through. And they keep trying to
But,
slander people. And
but
so, like, I said that because I didn't, I'm not around here talking about sassy.
right,
I'm not around here talking about COON
right,
talent who hasn't went live or who hasn't done anything beneficial for the B sector.
mhm.
But then they're around here trying to dictate something about a sector that they did not lay one brick in.
Calm down,
And
calm
then
down.
they
Wait a
then
minute.
no, well,
Wait, wait, wait. Wait,
I get
just
you.
slow it down, baby. Slow it down. I'm gonna let you talk. Slow it down, cause you get real upset. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I don't like people. I don't like nobody. I'm a business. I'm trying to look
Right,
at this from a business
right,
perspective, and
yeah,
that's slandering. Like you can't
yeah,
be Walmart and then talk down on CVS. That's
right,
against
right.
the policy. So I don't appreciate these
You don't
people
like
doing it
that.
on me when they don't know me, and a lot of these people are homophobic. Like a lot of the people who
But,
start slandering me in the beginning are homophobic, and I'm glad that they're finally admitting it. But what
but
I do is not their business. I didn't ask them to like me, and my sexual orientation is not the
right,
only thing I'm about. And
right,
I'm sick of them always trying to bring that to the forefront, or just trying to make
yeah,
me I'm getting along, or I made a friend in a different area. They're trying to
right.
turn that into something sexual. I don't like
Oh
that.
my, wow. But QR, please slow down. Let me just ask you something. Now, for a long time, for a couple of years, okay, turn the mic down. For a couple of years, I have noticed that you have been over here. And is it something about, hold on, hold on, I'm turning it down now. Okay. Let me see. Is it something about new people coming over here that you just what don't you like about them? Because you're really stuck in the old B sector, and you guys are stuck in the fact that we created the B sector and we should be respected. And it's not the what do you want? Do you don't want to evolve, or you're afraid of the new people coming in not liking you or something?
Well, here's the thing. A lot like you can't involve yourself. It's just like I don't get it. Like when I go over to the Mo3 sector, I don't get
Right.
involved in their drama because I
Right.
don't know the behind story or anything of that nature. And a lot of them might become friends again, and that's any sector. Friends
Right.
again, and then you done set and you done defended somebody without knowing the full Kool-Aid, and
Right.
you're in drama. So it's not
Right.
about new people coming over here or
Mhm.
anything of that nature, but a lot of people are involving themselves in something that they don't know about. And then the true story hadn't been told because a lot of people they've been trying to rewrite the history. So they're repeating lies. And that's what I don't like. It's nothing about new people coming in or anything like that. Because
Right.
true growth to me is organic.
Right.
True
Right.
growth to me, like the growth of my channel is me building a core audience, not an
Right.
audience off for anybody else. That's why
Mhm.
since I've been back over here, I'm not asking people to share. I'm not asking people to, because I'm not interested in people just coming to my channel because
Right.
I'm yelling and fussing about somebody else. I'm interested in people coming to my channel because
Mhm.
they care about the type of content that I do. And I'm
Mhm.
starting to support people like that more often than,
Right.
like supporting, because I support everybody in the B sector, whether
You
they
used
like
to,
me or
yeah.
not.
Yeah, you did. You
And
was a
so,
so what
yeah.
what happened? Okay, so you was hard over there on lemons. Now I know you was supporting lemon heavy, and that's the last place. And the reason why I'm asking you this, baby, that's the last place I saw you at. So what happened
Right.
over there?
Okay, so it has to do with another sector and the fact that, people are trying to use old beef sector people as a storyline. Okay,
Mhm.
so to get into the beef sector. So like I had heard, okay, so the debate. So they were only supposed to come over here
Mhm.
one time for the debate and leave.
Right.
Okay, well, Mel, the actual debater, that's all she did. She came over here one time for the debate and left. But then during the debate or getting prepared for debate, I started going over and listening to Mel's debates.
Mhm.
And so through listening through her debates and different stuff, I
Mhm.
started liking her content. And over there, they have a way of doing things and stuff like that. Like
Right.
like they can say, like silly things, funny things, or whatever.
Mhm.
So basically, right now to this day, Mel and I have a rapport. But anyways, nobody over here in the B sector would have never known about that. Plus, I heard tales before they went to the Vegas. See, what a lot of people don't know is Lemon helped Resto to come up with that Vegas situation, and they
Mhm.
also planned a Vegas play, which was just like the play, or just like the thing that Ness and Lemon was gonna do. Uh,
Mhm.
uh, Lemon was supposed to go marry Mel. They were supposed to, so-called have
Yeah.
relations, and
Mhm.
eventually, Mel was supposed to be impregnated. Okay, and then
What?
they was yeah, and then here's the part. Okay, so I'm like, yeah, I want to do that stupid stuff. That's fine,
Mhm.
So I ain't say nothing. Ain't had nothing to do with it until I found out that they were going to include me in the play, and they was like, and QI is going to be mad. And I was like, mad for what? Because although, I'm playful with Mel and all of that kind of stuff, there was never any intent to be in any type of relationship. That, like we're not in a relationship,
Mhm.
we're actually just cool with each other.
Mhm.
And both of us started off like just like people were over here trying to say she was racist and all of that. I was looking at it the same way until I got to know her better. She was looking at
So you
me.
went over there.
Yeah, she was looking at me just like I was, just like the people that she encountered throughout the chat that criticized her until she got to know me better. So you
Let
got
me
to
ask
know
you
me
this.
better.
So do you think, and please, you don't really have to, it seems like you just so high similar. I mean, like this is just a lot. So just relax. So do you like it better over there and you hang out over there now?
I hang out everywhere. I just don't
Everywhere.
like,
So I
I
haven't
just,
seen you in a while. That's why I thought maybe they
as I stated earlier, one of the things is I do get tired of dropping down in chats and having to face criticism or people coming at me. Just like I'm saying about Sassy,
yeah.
going over to other places calling me weird when she don't know me. Ain't nothing weird about me. What's weird is the people that she supports and hangs with. I ain't never put
So
no
she was
noose
over
around
in
no,
another
I've never
area.
put a noose around a baby's necks. I've never doxed anybody. I've never passed around nude pictures. I never did half the things that a lot of these people do. And so how you gonna call me weird? I ain't never
Mhm.
did no weird stuff. So don't give me a label just
Yeah,
because you don't care for my sexual orientation. And no, I'm very proud of my sexual orientation. However, that's not all that I am. I'm a black woman first.
Right, before anything. I just
Yeah, and
noticed that it just seems like everybody over here, from my observation, sweetheart, and just listen, ruffles your feathers over here. And whenever you talk, is always like, oh, they coming all to get to gay people. They coming to bash the gay people. They coming to take our spot.
if they didn't mess
Do
with
you
me, it wouldn't be
realize,
a problem.
wait, do
If they
you
didn't
realize,
mess, if they
can
didn't mess with me, it wouldn't be a problem.
Can I finish it? Do you realize that really there's no gate fences or anything here, and anyone could come and go anywhere they please? And if it's people that accept them, they can be accepted. If people reject them, they reject them. Do y'all realize that when y'all talk about the old beef sector and people can't come over here and people gotta do this and ain't nobody war, went to no battles and all that crazy shit, and they shouldn't be beef sector because they ain't really got no wounds. What the fuck does that really mean?
Well,
I'm not asking.
see, Miss T, that's not where I stand when I say that. What I don't like is like the disrespect to women. I don't like the disrespect to, like the LGBTQ community, and especially me as, as a lesbian. That's what I don't like. I don't care nothing about like this or that. What I didn't like was the fact that it's, like that I saw that certain people were being targeted. And I don't like the disrespect, because the disrespect leads me to want to, like say something. And see, now at this point, you said you haven't seen me. That's because
Yeah,
I still support, but I try not to be as vocal.
yeah,
Like right
yeah.
now, what made me mad was the fact that sassy, and then like they're allowing they don't know nothing about resto, but I do. And I know
Mm.
that if they knew what I knew, no, they wouldn't allow him in, because it's not, they should look at,
But
it's the
wait a minute.
quality of people that you bring in, and not the quantity. And you shouldn't want like what like you shouldn't want certain people to be around, or shouldn't want certain things to mess up your channel.
Okay,
And
let me
that's all
ask
I'm gonna
you
say.
something. No, but I remember this taking place because I was over on limits. That's why I didn't know what happened. But Cassie, you is saying the Hitler salute she did wasn't racist to you, QI?
That was not a
Mm.
Hitler salute. She has stated. It's like you can explain stuff to these people over and over again, but they choose to keep believing what they want to believe. That she didn't do a Hitler salute. There's actually a
Oh,
specific way you have to do that in degrees and angles. But she explained over on her own area that wasn't a Hitler
no.
salute. And then y'all have to know the backstory once again. That was a
Mm.
setup, and that was a play to get Resto in the B sector. Izzy, the one that really is the racist, she
Oh,
sent
God.
that to Lemon, and Lemon ran with the narrative. She sent that to Lemon to make it appear as though that. And if you know, Izzy and Mel, they didn't get
I
along.
don't
And
know.
so, basically the B sector is helping Resto fight his fights. And that's what he keeps going around here trying to do. He keeps trying to get me attacked just because I like Mel's
Um,
content and I support her. And he don't want Mel to be successful, because if Mel is successful, you will get to see that he's a shitty manager. He never was a manager.
the
He should have
manager.
never been her manager, and he should
Mhm.
have never brought her to the B sector in the first place.
Oh, okay. So that's your aggression. Because, boy, QI, take a break. These people have really upset you. And I know you're a smart one. And I know outside of here, you probably have some friends and stuff like that.
I
Listen,
do. I'm just
but
passionate
wait,
about.
hold on, damn. Listen, I ain't your enemy, baby. I've
I know
always
I'm not
liked
trying to come
I
at you or
really
any. I'm
do.
just passionate. My bad.
I think that I've witnessed some things where you are antagonized. You like the other one. Some people, they see you drop down, they do start antagonizing you, but my question to you is, what will it take for you to move past this and stop being so stuck on the old B sector, the OGs, what we did, what we built? Hey, Barry, Thundercat, Miss Juicy Review. What will it take for you to do that and not get so upset? So now you heard Sassy somewhere else talking about you. Did you go up on a platform and commence
No,
to
I
kill her ass off? What did you do?
No, I caught the replay, but I did address her today on another platform when I saw her drop down. But here's the thing. It was a replay, like of Mahea's. I didn't catch the actual live. So,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't hit the link or anything. But here's the actual thing. I'm not that concerned about, I think the B sector is dead. And like y'all say, it's
Okay.
not coming back again. I just think these people really need to rename it, because a lot of people don't want to be
Why? Why?
associated with
Why?
associated with the associated with the things that they're doing now. However, I'm not even focused so much as a sector because I'm not a part of a cult. I'm not a part of a
Right.
gang. I'm more or less trying to focus on my own content. Now, a lot of people, like, I have gone live a couple of times, but I'm trying to work on things that I have to work on that I need to work on to be able to present the way that I want to
Mhm.
present. And I'm not trying to rush myself because, like, before, when I came out, like, I came
Mhm.
out doing too much too fast. So this time
Mhm.
I'm trying to just take my time and try to, like, brand and, present the way that I want to. But I don't care nothing about B sector, what they do, because to me, they're all going to flush each other down the toilet. It's like they're all eating each other. It's not going anywhere. This shadow band area is not going to grow. I'm trying to
It's
be like
settled
Tisa
down.
Tails. I'm trying to
Mhm.
be like Tisa Tails and
Oh,
Armand
so you
Wiggins.
getting out there in the celebrity world? Well,
Well,
you
I'm
know
get,
what? Let
well,
me
I've
let me say,
always, go
let me
ahead. Oh,
say
my bad.
let me tell you what they did. They left here and never came back. Maybe that's something you should do. And I ain't trying to be smart, but if it's
Right.
not working for you, you got to go in the area so you could meet people and start networking with them and just leave the beef sector alone because it's something that happens when you in the beef sector. You get really, really aggressive and upset because you may think people are picking on you, but my suggestion to you, because what I've always witnessed, it sounds like you think people are coming to attack the LGBTQIA community. You
Well,
always say that, oh, they over here, they homophobic, they trying to take our spot. Listen, the sooner you learn and the quicker you learn that this is a social media application and there are no
I know
fence,
that.
no gate. People could come where they at, and if it's something you really want to do, then you have to venture out and do it and leave all this behind. Just leave it all
But
behind.
here's the thing, Mahia is not the beef sector. And like I said, I've been supporting Mahia way before any beef sector people were over there. Like when he was talking about Nature Boy, when he talked about politics, a lot of people don't in the beef sector don't even know he does that, or they don't tune in when he does because he still do it. But then at any rate, so don't, like, I'm not going to other sectors talking about other people, but these people will. They will go to other sectors and bring up some beef sector stuff that's not true. There's
Wow.
nothing but slander, and that's not right.
But then you,
Lee.
but
So
she not
it's
over
like,
here. Go ahead.
hmm,
Sassy
no,
is not over here to really defend herself, and I don't think she would care to. But when somebody do that to you, you just cut that shit off at the knees. You should have just addressed her right there. But oh, like you said, oh, I'm sorry, you said it was a
it was a
replay.
replay.
Mhm.
It was a replay.
Oh
And
yeah,
so
okay.
that's what and then she don't, like, Sassy, I've never did anything to her. I don't speak badly on her. She don't know me. She don't know me.
Oh, she dropped. She dropped. Yeah, yeah. So she's upset with Sassy, and I think she said room shaker. I don't know. I'm in and out live, so when I was there, I never heard them. Uh, I never heard them say anything about her, so I don't know what she really. But she's addressing something. Them calling her weird, and I think the word weird offends her more than whatever the white person did that you talking about, Kenna. you know, in the UK. That's all I could say. She's more upset with that, and maybe the Brits was very instrumental in Atlantic slave trade. How did the racism disappear? Maybe QI don't see it that way, and sometimes. And I'm not defending QI. It is kind of mucked up. Just what we was talking about, Jay Dunn earlier. Sometimes people drop down in the chats and they get antagonized right away and everybody start mucking with them, in the chat. I told y'all it happened to me when I go certain places. I could drop down, supporting the host and Boy, oh boy, you see some ugly motherfucker who don't like me or who got a problem with me, and they start right in. Today, somebody did it in Reed's chat. I just ignored it because you don't have to answer every call. I'm good. I'm good on that. I don't answer every call. I just ignored them. During the debate, she said some really, you know what? I didn't even watch that debate because I thought it was silly from the start. He has to debate this woman and they setting up this debate. So I didn't even entertain no real debate because I knew that it wouldn't be a real debate. Just let me say it like that, a real debate. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Looks at the anxious angels moving and shaking. Kimberly, you something else. So I've seen QI start out regular in chats and quickly goes left. It's something about that. Hold on. Charlie Boo.
Hey, Miss Tiva.
Hey, sugar, long time no see. How are you?
I know I've been messing around with some white peoples.
Well,
And I
you
got myself
stupid,
in some
Charlie.
mess. I got myself in some mess. I should have
You
stayed away from some
stupid.
of them,
You've been
some of
messing
them.
around with some white people.
Yeah, and see what
Now
happened
was
was.
QI over there with the white people and you was messing around with?
No, no, and
Oh,
I was
okay.
calling out a racist mofo. Like I was cussing him for everything he was worth. Um,
Oh,
Mr. JB knows about it. He was over there. He saws it. And
they
then
be
they,
everywhere.
yeah. But no, with QI, here's the thing. She keeps defending the thing in Vegas. I ain't like Mel since when she first came into the sector.
Mm.
When she said she wanted to learn how to be sassy, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like that stuff. And to learn to be sassy from
Ah.
black women. Then,
Mm-hmm.
if you listen to the debate, she said, in the UK, she don't see racism like that. They at the
Shit.
time were having an entire protest
Right.
about it.
Right.
And some of the things that she said during that debate, and QI was in my chat when I reviewed the debate.
Mm-hmm.
She was agreeing with me. So to see this change, it was like, what? And then I'm sitting there like, baby QI, please don't die on this hill, please. Like, because QI's like my B sector sister. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I know you good with QI.
I don't want to see her in no mess or set up or no bull crap and to die on a hill for this woman who don't give two craps about her.
You know, Charlie, though, I don't even know, it's not in defense of QI, but I can see if you in the area, and it's just me, y'all, trying to be, what play devil's advocate. I can see if you in the area and every time you turn around, you being attacked. You being attacked for whatever reason. I don't think it's sexuality. I think just who she is, how she presents herself. And every time you drop down in somebody chat, and it doesn't matter, where you go, you drop down, people are harassing you or something. According to her, now this is in her mind. I'm not saying this Mz.Teavalocity. I wouldn't go there either. I would just go somewhere else. Nika always say this. I mean, Nika have said this and it's stuck with a lot of people. Go where you celebrate it, not
Not where
tolerate
you
it.
tolerate it. Yep.
And that's a smart saying, and that's a smart thing to remember for some people. If you're not over here, if you over here and people always going at you and you really uncomfortable or whatever, or they think you weird or your sexuality, people don't, then just go somewhere else. Don't come on platforms, and I'm not talking about mine. I mean, just don't sit there and fight because it's a losing battle. You can't make people think no different than sometimes how you present yourself, and you may not always see it, but they see it. And I
No,
think sometimes she's a little paranoid because maybe
yeah,
she has been
I see
antagonized a lot.
that. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that sometimes that's why I had to tell her this morning. When I say something for myself, I'm not attacking you. I'm not coming at you. I'm doing it out of
Yeah,
love because
yeah,
I care about you and don't want to see you in some mess. And I see
yeah.
this happening. And mark my words, I ain't gonna want to say I told you so. I ain't gonna
Well,
want to say it.
some people got to learn. They got to learn for themselves. And like, she's defending these ladies over there. And to be honest, and I don't mean no harm, we really don't give a damn over
Yeah,
here about
yeah, we
Izzy
really
and
don't.
Ziggy. I don't even care about Resto. I don't know him to really care about him like that. So she's wrapped up in something else, and we over here, trying to not even pay attention to that. I don't know those people. I don't go to their channels. They don't come to my channel. That shit was, I never thought, to be honest with you, I never even considered that a real debate. I
I
never, when they
I
said they
didn't
was gonna
either.
have a debate, I looked at the two debaters and thought, I was not interested in the topics. I was not really interested in, you know. And then she said, well, people come over here, people come over here and they try to fit in by doing certain things. Everybody does that, Charlie.
Mhm.
Everybody does that. They come over here, like I said, I think people got it mucked up. They think they got to come in over here and start dragging and disrespecting people and go after big people to fit in. You guys, if you over here and people like you, they gonna like you. If they don't like you, they not going to like you. And it is what it is, you know.
Oh yeah,
Those people we just didn't find no interest in.
I
And
ain't
what?
like near not one of them. I ain't going to watch
Yeah,
near not one of them, and
but
I'm just gonna be like that about them. I'm sorry, you ain't gonna make me like them.
yeah, but then Lemon supported them. I mean, he entertained them for a long time. So it is what it is. Everybody, we don't like them. What we see in somebody else, other people may not see the same thing, and they like them and they accept them and they invite them in. They shout them out. They share their lives. They redirect and all that shit going. So it is what it is. We just can't. I don't know. Like I said, there's no gate fences or nobody's guarding this area, so can't nobody keep you out of here. Some of these people are likable. They offer different entertainment. You got to go over there to see it, and it is what it is. But I'm
And
gonna
if you
get
like
ready to
them, you
get
like
out of
them.
here.
You don't, you don't. Thank you for having
So
me, Miss
Charlie,
Eva.
wait. So Charlie, the reason why we ain't seen you because you've been fighting your folk over there.
Well, see what had happened was there was this dude who he was over there. It's been a minute because it's been about a month or so. I cussed him out and he doxed me. Called CPS,
Oh
did all that
shit.
stuff. See, that's why I tell y'all, people be saying, "Oh, only bad stuff happen in a beef sector." No, it don't. It happens everywhere. It happens everywhere, baby. They call CPS and everything. I had a knock at my door.
Yeah, it ain't just it. Hey, Hot Rod, what's going? It ain't
In
just
fact,
over
I
here.
ain't got as mess with over here as I have over there.
What is really rough over there?
Heck yeah. And so I played around. I cussed him out. I did my thing, Thizzle, and he couldn't
Mhm.
handle my words because, he's he can't read to save his life. He
So
can't
he
fight back.
doxed you?
Yeah, so he diced me. He did his little
Wow.
thing, and my poor little docs only had 4 or 5 likes. He only had about 20 people in there. Um,
Oh,
so it wasn't even
mm.
my beef sector docs was better than that. But I'm just saying.
I'm sorry to hear that. I know I haven't really seen you around a
I
lot,
I
and
was
I must
playing
be honest.
around.
Oh,
I'm back home now. I'm back home, y'all. I learned my
I was
lesson.
about to say you must be out the algorithm or something happened because I don't see you.
Oh, I go morning every morning, just about. I only skipped 1 week when I went on vacation, and then just 2 weeks. About 2 weeks ago, I had my jaw tooth pulled, so there
Oh,
was like 2 or 3 days I couldn't really, talk well. So I was like,
oh,
I'm not gonna go live when I can't do that. My jaw hurting, and then I got to tell you what I did, Miss Tiva. You gonna like when I got my jaw tooth pulled? Okay, it was like
oh,
12 o'clock in the morning, and I got one of those Yeti cups with a straw, and I had been taking the straw
oh!
off and drinking
You
normal.
didn't suck out the
Yes, yes,
straw.
I did. Yes, I did, Miss
You
Tiva.
got dry socket.
Yes, ma'am.
That shit hurt.
It
Yes,
did.
oh, you sucked out a straw. But
And
Charlie, they tell you don't do that though,
it
baby.
was.
That's the first thing on the
I
list.
knew better. I knew it right
And
after. It
smoking.
was like 12 or 1 in the morning. I woke up out of a half
Damn.
sleep, thirsty, and so before I caught myself, I had done it, and then I was like, oh no. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Just do it.
Damn. They say that's painful. They
It
say very
was.
painful. Well, I'm glad to see you back, Charlie. I got to stop over there in the morning. It's been so much stuff going over there. I'm telling you, going on over here. I know you know some of it, but
I've
you
been keeping
know,
an eye. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. I've been
always a
here, there, and
lot.
everywhere.
And I don't know if it's just me, but I sometimes when people get dragged, I like that shit gets uncomfortable to me. because a lot of things over here seem like is a pile up. And they quick to say, no, it's just your turn. That is the truth. Sometimes it's just your turn. And anything we do down here, people will make commentary from it. You just gotta let it roll off your back. I mean, like how that saying, and you just gotta keep it moving. But everybody's not gonna agree with it. Like I said, some people love Jay Dunn. Some people hate Jay Dunn. And they don't like to see what she's doing to YouTube cameras. But that's their relationship. That's just not our relationship, and we can't feel too bad for a person who allows certain things. And with that being said, sweetheart, I'm gonna get ready to get off of here.
Huggies, Miss TV. Y'all have a good day. And
Huggy to
huggies,
you,
Queenie.
baby. I'm glad you better. Next time you get some pull, make sure you don't sip out a straw.
Yeah, I got to. That was so stupid. But thank you, Miss Diva. Bye. Love you.
Thank you, Charlie. It was good to see Charlie, and QI. It was good for you to come up here. QI speaks real anxiously. Anxious. She seems anxious. Some of this stuff may be overstimulant for her, and she needs to know when to bow out. Everybody don't like her. I've never had a problem with her. I've liked her, but I know sometimes people don't want to evolve, and that's the problem. And I think she's one of those. And some of these people are stuck into, we built the beef sector, we shed blood and sweat and tears, and people just can't come over here. People could come where the fuck they want to. If they pay their cable bill, they pay their Google bill, they can go where they want. You can't stop them. You don't have to engage with them, but you really can't stop them. I think we get she's not anxious. I think we get so caught up sometime with being involved in what's going on here because it's our everyday lives, and these people are a part of our lives, good, bad, or indifference. You got your own little social media family, and you feel for people. But then, like I said, I was thinking today, I can't love no one else more than I love myself. I know what I would allow and I will not allow. So we can't get mad. We can't get mad at other people when they allow things to happen to them. Like I said, both of them are benefiting from it. Don't be fooled. Y'all talking about y'all don't see, somebody wrote, they don't see where YTC is benefiting, she benefiting. Trust and believe, else she wouldn't be doing it and she wouldn't be taking it. And with that being said, this is my commentary. This is my perspective. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Thank you so much for joining me. Right. Breaks are necessary. Thank you for joining me. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. I shall be here Friday. Now, I hope I don't get beat up and stomped out and dragged all over the YouTube streets. And if I do, all well and good. Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. They sent me a video of you. I didn't see it, but they said you cuss Sassy out. Damn, I gotta go watch that. I just gotta go watch it. Not that I'm happy, but I mean, I know y'all had a long-standing beef, and I know you don't let her breathe, the Miss O. So I'm just gonna replay yours, and I'll probably talk about yours Friday. Thank you for dropping down, Lee Pepper. Thank you. You got it. Room Shaker, you having some good lives over there. I'm enjoying your lives. Keep doing your thing over there, Room Shaker. All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Be safe out there. Y'all let me know if I get beat up too bad, okay? Because I might miss it.